Hello everyone and welcome back. In last two episodes we went through how humans and AI work together and how to design system in a way that they work in harmony and performance and culture improve. In today's episode I'm going to focus on how communication works and what's going to change when humans and AI are working together. So let's deep dive in and have a look how it's going to work and what points you must consider when you design communication inside your organization. So I will start with something really simple. Information is not missing inside any organization. You have a lot of information. People receive messages every day. The problem is different. Messages are long, messages are vague, messages are scattered. They are not sent to, they are sent to actually everyone, and they are not written for the platform they land on. That's a problem. And what happens when this is going, the messages are going like this way, the people, they are not clear because they lack clarity. They are unclear because they get the wrong information in the wrong format at the wrong time. When updates arrive as long emails, people ignore them. When urgent reminders land in Slack or Teams like casual chat, they are drawn in noise. When policies sit in big PDFs, people don't read them. And when employees have ideas or concerns, they don't know where to send them or whether it's even safe to speak. That's the quiet gap, and that damages culture. It damages performance, not because people don't care, but because the system doesn't support clarity. And how we can improve that? By building a two-way communication system. And I myself designed a two-way communication system to improve communication and solve all these problems. And this consists of top-down communication. Top-down communication needs discipline, it needs structure, and it needs messages written for the platform they are going to. For example, an email version is different from a Teams version. A WhatsApp message must be short and practical. A policy reminder needs one format, a small update needs another. A must-read message needs a stricter structure than a good to know. In my system and how I approach it, it rewrites the same update in multiple versions, short, long, detailed, brief, based on the platform and the audience. And that's what I suggest you to approach it. So instead of drowning people in text, what happens? It delivers clarity. How? By creating right message, right format, sending it to right people, and at the right time in the right moment. And how we can get advantage of that, how it helps, because when people understand faster, they work faster. It removes confusion and rework. At the end, it increases trust. And if we look at the other half, that is the bottom-up communication that we mostly neglect and don't pay attention to, because we think employees only need what to do, they should get information. But this part is more critical than we even realize. Employees always have signals. They have ideas, they have concerns, there might be frustrations. There are some, most of the time there are early warnings that we may miss. There are patterns they notice before managers do, because they are directly working on something. So without a safe, simple system, those signals stay in their head until the problem becomes big enough to explode. So in my system, I have three approaches to capture that: ideas, concerns, pulse signals, small emotional patterns is usually miss, and that I suggest you to approach it that way, because this creates a psychological safety in practice, not just in theory, not in posters. Because Creating a real system makes people speak without fear, and they know when they feel safe, even leaders get visibility. And when leaders have visibility, problems are solved early instead of late. So that saves time, that saves money, that saves trust. So, how these five systems work together? In this system, there are five integrated parts. These are not bots, these are five communication systems working together. One system is it's this broadcast system. What it does, it crafts platform specific messages and at the same time targets the right audience. And feedback and pulse system shows how teams are doing in real time. Idea collection system collects and organizes ideas instantly. There is one more system, that is sentinel system. How it helps you? It helps you to surface early signs of conflict or overload. Prevention, not damage control. So before it creates a big problem, it captures. Answer and information system that gives employees instant access to answers, no chasing, no delays, no continuous email loops. The information is there, what they need. So together, all this they form one two-way communication system, which is clear, aligned, and predictable. So how it helps? It helps the real organizational problems. Organizations ask, how do we improve performance? They look at tools, processes, and targets. Important, but performance breaks in first communication. Most work delays come from unclear priorities, mixed messages, repeated explanations, unanswered questions, missed updates, assumptions. What else you can say? Rework, invisible friction. This creates emotional build-up, and having a two-way communication system fixes the root cause. And what is that? Unclear communication. So clarity reduces mistakes, clarity reduces conflict, stress, and it helps to improve speed at the same time and builds trust. So if we talk about that, if we say the communication is a soft work, it's not. It's the operating layer of performance. And at the same time, it helps to elevate culture. How? Because culture is created through everyday communication, not by posters or statements, by making those posters and statements real in your everyday work. That's the daily interaction. And the system that is going to help improve culture in three ways. First is people feel included. Their voice matters, they feel safe, they can speak without fear. So when they feel supported, answers arrive quickly. When clarity meets safety, culture becomes strong by design, not by accident, because you have something in place to support that culture you want to have. And this also reduces turnover, improves teamwork, and accelerates execution at the same time. And if we talk about AI and the new work reality, how it's going to fit in that? Yes, of course, AI is changing work. Output is faster, repetitive tasks disappear, one person can handle more. Managers become orchestrators of people and AI. Workflows move rapidly. Expectations are shifting instantly. In that environment, the biggest risk is confusion. Not workload, is confusion. Because when work moves fast, clarity becomes even more important. And if we have two-way communication system in place, it's valuable. Top down becomes tighter and more precise. Bottom up becomes more real time. small friction points surface early. So you can see emotional patterns, you can see ideas flow continuously. AI increases capability, and the two-way communication system protects clarity and stability. It helps people to stay focused, and managers can orchestrate better. Leaders make decisions without guessing because they have all the information that's required. Performance improves without burning people out because you can design better with all that information. And if we look at that, how communication, it helps you to keep align everything. So if we look at research, is there any research that proves that our organizations, there is Harvard Business Review that says the psychological safety is the strongest driver of team performance, and that we still need in AI era, and that we are going to improve by adding two-way communication. So system builds safety through structure, so the transparent communication, which is in turn going to improve psychological safety. And if we look at it, there is another research by MIT. They found that fast, clean information flow reduces friction and increases productivity. That is exactly that two-way communication system delivers. So overall, two-way communication system is not messaging, it's engineering clarity, it's creating safety, and it is giving employees a voice and supporting managers in a world where AI and humans are working together. By reducing friction, it's increasing speed, and most important, it is elevating overall culture and performance together. Because this is not a tool. Communication is the backbone of modern organization. Because if it is the system when you have in place that helps you to make clarity flow and surface signal, people feel safe, culture strengthens, and performance rises. That is what advantage we have by creating a two-way communication system. Build that in our organizations to improve communication, and the end result is, you can see, even research proves that, and many organizations that have this system in place right now, they see improvement in culture, improvement in performance, and it is much more important even when humans and AI are working together, because now information needs to flow faster because AI work in pace is higher. So it also helps you to surface all those problems and escalate faster. So thank you for listening, and if you have any question regarding what two-way communication system is, how you can install in your organization, and what advantage you are going to get in terms of your people, in terms of your organizational performance, feel free to reach me out.